Hi, my name is Paul Trembach. I'm the EFB project lead, and welcome to the Taxi Ownship Evaluation Training video. I want to first off thank you for helping us move forward and volunteering your time to work through this beta test and evaluation to gain taxi ownership approval. We would also like in future to ask some of you to join us for future testing of betas on different applications as we move forward. In order to collect the track logs we're asking you to do, we're going to ask for 4 track log full flight segments to be recorded on the 4Flight application. And providing these track log segments back to us so we can put the package together to submit to the FAA, it's just a task of a simple upload button within the app. What's important through this process is that you maintain your situational awareness using your JEP-FD Pro Taxi 10-9, so when the track log is initiated in the 4Flight app, you will run that app in the background and have your 10-9 displayed in the JEP-FD Pro to also validate proper positioning of the Ownship symbol within the JEP-FD Pro app. Next, let's talk about MyMobile 365 in a special collections folder that's installed with visibility only to the test group. MyMobile 365, we're going to give you a quick introduction on where to find the EFB test group folder for the active participants. So from the home page of MyMobile 365, select My Publications, and you'll notice an EFB test group folder. Select the test group folder, and you'll see 3 documents including this video. The first document is instructions on enrolling and downloading the 4Flight application. The second document is the Ownship Taxi data collection procedures on how to safely collect the track logs. The third document is a certificate of authorization which validates you as a program participant in case the FAA or check airman needs to view that. So this is what the certificate looks like. Taxi data collection procedures. And the enrollment. After finishing the enrollment doc, let's now take a look at the pre-flight track collection setup procedures in the other apps. The first app we're going to talk about is JEP-FD Pro. So open JEP-FD Pro via the Settings tab. Settings, JEP-FD Pro en route view. Ensure Enable Moving Map is selected on and Display Ownship on en route is selected off. Also under Terminal Charts view, ensure that Display Ownship on Airport Diagram is selected on, the default chart zoom level as desired, and your Airport 10-9 speed threshold as desired. Continuing next to the 4Flight application, we're going to go to the More tab, selected on the bottom, which we were already there. And we're going to select inside that, we're going to look for, under the Runway Proximity Advisor, look for Visual Alerts and Audio Alerts. Ensure those are selected off, both visual and audio, from distracting you during the taxi takeoff phase. Also, under the More settings, there's a track log control. Ensure that Enable Start Stop Control is selected on. This will allow you in the map selection to turn and on and off the recorder. Now let's go back to the iPad settings and talk about how we would want to be set up for departure for the flight. So let's go back to the iPad settings. If you have a cellular data plan, ensure that under cellular data that is selected off. And also, to ensure Wi-Fi and airplane mode is in the correct mode, just swipe up from the bottom as I just did and ensure that all the items under the arrow, the tab arrow, are in black, which says they're selected off. So airplane mode is in the off mode, it's not enabled. Wi-Fi is off, Bluetooth's off, and the remaining. Okay, in the ForeFlight application, let's talk about how simple it is to collect a track log. If you can go ahead and open up the ForeFlight app that you downloaded via the App Store, open it up and select the map mode preferably. You'll notice on the left-hand side of the screen there's a record button and a record counter. If it's not there for some reason, you can go to the settings gear in the top left and select the track log recording button on to display. To simply collect a track log, all you need to do is touch the record button. Once that's established and going, then you could go back to the JipFD Pro 10-9 or equivalent, 4-finger swipe, and reference your taxi ownship position and start referencing that as you taxi out. So when you land at your destination and you're parked at the gate and after your duties are complete, you can 4-finger swipe back over to the ForeFlight app, which was running in the background, and just reselect the record button, and it stores the track log in the track log placeholder within ForeFlight. At the end of your day, when you find time to upload these track logs to ForeFlight's server, either at the hotel or your home, what we would like you to do is open up the ForeFlight app, and in the bottom selection bar there's a button on the far right called More. If you select that, select Track Logs, you'll notice the track logs you've collected for today on the right side of the screen. But what we like to do is add a little bit of information about each flight on the track logs before we upload them to the server. So if we in the track logs, you'll notice the on the right, we'd like you to fill out the track log name, which is probably already placed there for you, your name, the type of aircraft, whether it's a 357 or 800, and any pertinent notes that might have been important of the flight. Once that information is entered, reselect track logs in the top of the screen. And off to the right of that particular track log, you notice a cloud upload. If you touch the cloud upload, it will upload it to the server, and you are complete. Welcome back. This is Paul again, and Will, our cinematographer, as you can see, is helping out, who's usually sitting in my chair providing these videos. But just kind of wanted to touch base and give you an idea of where we are with industry work on displaying en route ownship position. It's not authorized at this time, and we are currently working with regulators in Washington, D.C. and industry to have this restriction removed eventually. So again, en route ownship is not authorized, just taxi ownship for your purposes of the evaluation and hence going forward. In closing, I want to thank you again for your support of the evaluation and helping us move this effort forward. Look forward to using you and further beta EFB test applications. If you need any help, email us at efb@winco.com or call our number at 855-4-SWA-EFB. Please do not call the technical support line at 3300, and any questions regarding this test eval, call that number or email. Thanks.